The scientists who starved to death surrounded by food. The 900-day siege of Leningrad during the Second World War was perhaps one of the most gruesome sieges in modern history. Hitler's diabolic plan was to choke all food supply routes to the city of 2 million residents and let nature do the dirty work. Leningrad must die of starvation, Hitler declared in a speech at Munich on November 8, 1941. The following winter, hundreds of thousands starved to death. People tried in vain to stay alive by eating sawdust. Others froze to death in the streets while trying to walk a few kilometers to food distribution kiosks in -30 degrees Celsius weather. As the invading German army poured into the city looting and destroying anything of value, a group of Russian botanists holed up inside the vault of the Vavilov Institute of Plant Industry with a precious collection of seeds and edible plants. This collection, containing seeds from nearly 200,000 varieties of plants of which about a quarter was edible, constituted one of the world's largest repositories of the genetic diversity of food crops. Among them were plenty of rice, wheat, corn, beans and potatoes, enough to sustain the botanists and see them through the worst days of the siege. But the scientists hadn't barricaded themselves in the vault with food grains to save their lives, but rather to protect these seeds from the Nazis as well as from the starving people plundering through the streets in search for anything to eat. The collection filled 16 rooms, in which no one was allowed to remain alone. Workers guarded the storage in shifts all round the clock, numb with cold and emaciated from hunger. As the siege dragged out, one by one these heroic men started dying of hunger, but not a single grain was eaten. In January 1942, Alexander Shukin, a peanut specialist, died at his writing table. Botanist Dmitry Ivanov also died of starvation while surrounded by several thousand packs of rice that he was guarding. By the end of the siege in the spring of 1944, 9 of them had starved to death watching over all that food. Many of the crops that we eat today came from crossbreeding with varieties the scientists saved from destruction.